This here's from CBR. It's from about a day ago. It's called Johnny Depp Blasts Big Budget Studio Movies, says filmgoers are sick of it. Let's see what we got here. Veteran actor Johnny Depp has weighed in on many recent big budget films from Hollywood bombing in theaters, offering his theory on what it is he thinks audiences really want. The remarks come just ahead of Depp's comeback film, Gene Debari, hitting US theaters in May. I guess everyone's calling it a comeback film. Alright, I'm not going to nitpick over it. Fine, fine. And then they quote Johnny. By and large, for the majority of the years I've been wandering around and aimlessly talking to people, they really want the same thing, Depp said in a new interview per Metro. They don't want to be fed dreck. They're happy when they experience something new or different. So that's why I've always felt as an actor, it's your responsibility. When you come out of the gate each time, you're putting as much at stake as anybody. Now, here's the thing. I think the real full spectrum of what Johnny's saying. And he's not going to say everything he thinks. He's not going to get super detailed and explain everything in some interview. But for me personally, acting isn't quite what it used to be. We've got online influencers, we've got news personalities coming somewhat of celebrities, and there's just so much competition for attention now that good acting just isn't what it used to be in the 80s, 90s, and maybe early 2000s. You gotta be, I think, like really top of your game now. Ewan McGregor back in the day was incredible. He stood out. Something like that. When you see someone and you're like, yeah, that feels real. That feels like they really are going through this or whatever. So I think the time of the actor has seen its peak. That's just me personally. And I think in a way that's what Johnny's trying to say. And he's obviously from a different generation of actors. As they say, he's a veteran. And he's one of those actors who has the actual talent to speak. Of course, Depp's no stranger to starring in big budget movies, given his 5-movie run as the lead in Disney's Pirates. Excuse me, Pirates of the Caribbean. Yeah, we knew that though. Times have changed, and the legal battle with his ex-wife, Amber Heard, has since had a big impact on Depp's career. The actor says that Hollywood threw me in the bin, so that leaves him with less reason to hold back on how he really feels about the studio heads. Yeah, exactly. And Depp continues. They're disposable and they realize it. Glorified accountants who have the ability to press the green light and make studio films, Depp said. But they press the green light, they spend shitloads of money, budgets are ridiculous on these films, some romantic comedy with two very popular people. People, the real people, they're sick of it. And we could say Aquaman 2. 200 million to make that thing? That's a huge problem, obviously. I just can't imagine where all that money goes. I don't think film even costs them so much. It's digital these days. The salaries for the biggest actors aren't super high. Yeah, some get 4 million, 5 million, up to 10 or something, but that's not so much of a $200 million budget or something. I guess marketing, whatever it is. Yeah, good point. Is Johnny Depp finished with big budget Hollywood films? Now they get into all the rumors that have been floating around for a long time now. They do say, however, that it's pretty definitive Johnny will not be back in the Pirates reboot, as per Jerry Bruckheimer, who confirmed those plans to move on with the next film. Who was cool for a little while. He did defend Johnny, but I think honestly, behind closed doors, people got to him and they were like, Jerry, just, shut up, man. Johnny's not coming back. Don't say it anymore. Just tell everyone he's not coming back. All right, Jerry? Wink, wink. Or even not wink, wink, but you better say that, Jerry, or something. And he was like, hands in pocket. Yes, boss. I'll say Johnny's not coming back. That had to be the case. Obviously, he was rooting for Johnny. Tim Burton, too. No Johnny, no Adams family. Maybe Johnny and Beetlejuice. And then, no, where's Johnny? So I got to think they probably meant well, I guess. But in the end, probably some influence got to them. That's just my guess. And they give a little bit of a quote here from Bruckheimer. We're going to reboot Pirates so it's easier to put together because you don't have to wait for certain actors. Who do you have to wait for? I mean, there's only a handful of originals that could be in it. Keira Knightley, Orlando Bloom, Johnny Depp come to mind. And why we have to wait? I guess they're doing other projects right now, but not really, I don't think. So again, I think Jerry just kind of got influenced by some people in the shadows. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. If you're not subscribed to, consider it. Not a bad article, by the way. Wasn't super negative. They quoted Johnny, so I guess it's kind of like a 7 or 6 out of 10 or something as far as being on Johnny's side. If you don't subscribe here, I'll be sad, but I'll get over it. See you next time.